Hello everyone, my name is Mai, and today we will go into the world of school branding and messaging. Some of you are probably thinking, why bother with branding? Because we want our students to have the best possible chances at success. At the end of this webinar, our goal is to help you understand the importance of branding and messaging in order for you to communicate with your audience in impactful ways. So, what is a brand? A brand is not a quick promotional effort. It is not a limited campaign or an event. It is not a logo, a mascot, or a set of colors. It is also not your social media account. Branding is the opportunity to tell the story of your school, department, or district to the community we serve. It is about telling the stories of how students are learning and thriving in the school environment. It's the tangible and intangible presentation of who you are. The tangible part of it is really obvious. That is what you do and how people see it. The intangible part of it is what people feel about what you say and do. So branding is about connecting to people's feelings. Ask yourself, how is your school perceived by your students, your families, your staff, or our community? Let's have some reflection exercise. Take a moment and visualize your school or department. Ask yourself these 3 questions. What 3 adjectives immediately come to mind when you think of your school or department? 1, 2, 3. If you ask a current or former student, parent, staff, or to do the same, would they have a similar answer? Would people outside of the school or department have a similar perception of it? If you think the answers would be consistent, you have a clear and compelling school brand identity. If not, you've got work to do. What can branding do for you? Branding can create a strong, appealing identity for your school or department. Branding promotes your school or department or district story, mission, and the amazing work that takes place in your school or department or your district. Branding establishes a positive image. Branding provides timely information to your community. What do you want to stand for? What is it you want your school or department to be known for? What 3 words do you want people to associate with your school or department? Your branding goal is to provide a steady stream of messaging that provides proof of the many positive things happening at your school or department. Making your brand visual. Now that you have an idea on how to create your brand, the next step is tie your brand with your visual images. What do you want to be known for? It is important to create simple brand rules. Use it, enforce it, and remain consistent. It is also highly recommended that specific people work on your online or print materials. Imagine if your site tech works on this and makes it something techier, or maybe your art teacher volunteers and jazz it up, or perhaps your kindergarten teacher. Well, you can only imagine. It is important to have consistent visual across channels. Your brand needs to be consistently represented across all channels, such as logos, mascot, colors, fonts, or design elements. It should be the same on your website, social media accounts, newsletters, signage, everything. Tone and voice. The overall tone should reflect your desired brand image. Are you welcoming, artistic, active and sporty, techy? Your tone and word choice can build on your visual brand images. Fonts, symbols, and spacing. Your font choice needs to be consistent. You don't want 7 or 8 different fonts in there. Rule of thumb: 2 to 3 types of fonts are all you need. Be mindful of spacing and use of symbols. Messaging: what are your key talking points that represent your school or department, or maybe the message that you want your audience to remember? Design: make sure that you are creating consistent design elements throughout your print or online materials. You don't want a lot of different designs in one flyer or one infographic. Now, you can showcase your brand in different ways. The most important and obvious one is your school or department website. Then you have your social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. You can also showcase it through print and online materials, signage, or even your spirit items. You're probably thinking, I don't have a lot of time creating things from scratch. Don't you worry. There are a lot of online design software with ready-made templates that you can use and personalize according to your brand. If you prefer to go old school, you can always use PowerPoint or Google Slides to create print or online materials. I love Carnival Slides and Slides Mania. Those two online templates are really good. So all you need to do is Google it, Carnival Slides, Slides Mania, and you'll be able to go to the website and use different templates. My go-to is Carnival Slides. Now, if you prefer to use ready-made templates, then you can always use online design software such as Canva, Pictochart, Snappa, and Crello. My favorite is Canva. Believe it or not, this presentation is actually made from Canva. So, what we're going to do is we're going to create print or online materials. I will walk you through creating 3 print or online materials. The first one is an infographic to showcase your school. The second one is a flyer to make announcements. And the third one is to create a social media post. Are you ready? Let's make our brand visual. Let's dive into how to create an infographic. Here is a great example that Superintendent Ochoa shared from Esparto Middle School. Take a few moments to look at it. What do you see? By just looking at it, can you tell what the school is about? This infographic tells a visual story about Esparto Middle School. It tells us what makes it great. Now let's look at the details. The color blue and white, clean and simple. I'm assuming that blue is their school color. Now take a look at the fonts that were used in this infographic. I can see 3 different fonts. There's also appropriate spacing. The symbols that were used were connected to the subtitle or topic. Pictures? 1, 2, 3. They used real student pictures. Most importantly, the message. This infographic shows us a clearly organized story about Esparto Middle School. It highlighted key points. This infographic communicated what the school is about. And this is something that you are going to create for your school or Let's create an infographic using PowerPoint or Google Slides. Open a new file. You need to adjust the page setup to letter size and set it to portrait. From here, you can add boxes and text. Always remember your branding. In this example, I will create an infographic about special education. Yellow and black are the color we decided to use this year. To add a text, you need to insert a text box and position the box to a specific section you want. You can then start typing your message. In this example, you can see that I added a text box for my heading, subheading, messages, and contact information. I also added pictures. Go to Insert, then Image, and choose the Insert Picture, Screenshot, or choose from an existing photo album. You can also add icons or symbols when you're using PowerPoint. All you need to do is go to Insert and select Icons. There are different selections ranging from stock images, cutout people, icons, and stickers. If you want to add symbols in Google Slides, you can do that by adding the Chrome extension, Insert Icons for Slides. Now let's create an infographic using Canva. So I'm actually logged in, and as you can see, I am on the home page. I would just type infographic, and once you type that, you can actually see in here infographic is a general, education infographic, charity infographic, business infographic, resume infographic, or process infographic. But because we want to create an infographic to showcase your school, we are going to choose an education infographic. You can see a selection of different templates, and most of the time it is easy to select the first thing that you see. Remember, think about your branding. What is the message that you want to convey and to whom? Choose a template and personalize it according to your own branding. In this example, I chose the Educate Kids template. I resized it into letter format. You can change the background to reflect your school color. To do this, select the material you want to change. Choose the color box and select the color you want to change it into. Let's pretend that the color we have in here are the school colors. When working with a template, it is important to edit information accordingly. For example, instead of Educate Kids, I will choose the school name. Let's choose R. Hardin. There are 4 different sections in this infographic where you can choose to use for your key points, highlighting what makes R. Hardin great. When you use a template, there are already built-in icons and photos. It doesn't mean that you need to use those. If the icon, photos, or symbols are something that is related to your message, then feel free to use it. If not, delete and choose the appropriate one by going to the left side of the page. Choose photos, elements, or text to insert it. You can use a flyer, either print or digital, to make announcements, to promote projects or fundraising, or to inform parents of sports or special events at school. Now let's learn how to create a flyer using PowerPoint or Google Slides. The overall process of this is the same as what we did with the infographic. In this particular example, I created a community meeting flyer. One thing that's different was to add an oval shape to create an arch design in a 2-tone color. I also added people icons to represent the community. To do this, go to Insert and choose Icons. You can choose from a variety of selections and add it in. To save, go to File and download it as a PDF. You can also choose to download this as an image file. Now let's create a flyer using ready-made templates. We are going to use Canva again. On the home page, type flyer in the search box. You will see different types of flyers, such as flyers in general, summer camp flyer, yard sale flyer, and so on. For this particular flyer, I chose flyer in general. You can see that there are a lot of ready-made templates that you can personalize. Prior to choosing a template, you need to carefully consider what the purpose of the flyer is and who your target audience is. I chose this template because it resonated with the vision and the message that we want to convey. This particular flyer is to promote our district's counseling services, so our target audience are parents and families. Another important consideration is our branding. We clearly communicated our message to our families that they are our top priority, that their mental and emotional health are important, hence if they need help, our counselors are available to support them. Other important factors that we considered are logo, colors, font types, spacing, and photo. As you can see here, we changed the color to green since it is our district color. The font types are limited to 2 to 3 only. A photo of a puzzle piece was included as a background to denote that we are a team working together. The last one that we are going to cover in this training is how to create a social media post. You can post on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Let's try creating a social media post on Google Slides. This particular post is a reminder of when the last day of school is. It is important to adjust the size of your page. Go to File and Page Setup. Adjust your page to 1080 by 1080 pixels. Remember, it should be in pixels because you are posting this as an image file. To add a background, you can either choose a picture online or add solid background color. For this particular example, I searched for a last day of school background online. I also uploaded a photo. One important information that we need to add is the date of the last day of school, which is June 11th. Instead of using words, I decided to use numbers because the background already has a lot of wording in it. This time, I used word art instead of regular text. To do that, go to Insert and add word art. Type the text. In this instance, it will be the numbers 6/11/2020. That's it. You can also add a hashtag if your school or department has one. To save this, go to File, Download, and select JPEG. Again, it is important that you choose an image file. Once downloaded, you are ready to upload it on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Another way of creating a social media post is by using online software such as Canva. The overall process is again the same thing as what we talked about when we created the infographic and flyer. On the home page, type social media post in the search bar. You will find different templates that you can use. Next to templates is My Design if you previously made different designs. I will show you a social media post that I created for Teacher Appreciation Day. You all know that Star Wars is our theme of the year, so our department consistently use anything that is Star Wars related to this year. For this particular post, I uploaded a photo which I found online. I added a big text that says, "Appreciate you, much we do," and added a hashtag, Yoda Best Teacher. To publish this post, you can download or link it straight to your social media account. What I love about Canva is my ability to create designs on the go using its mobile app. This Yoda social media post was created using my phone in less than 10 minutes. I hope that you learned something new today. Thank you for taking the time to watch. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Send me an email, Google Hangout, text, or call me. Bye for now.